All right, we're about to get out here, do a little bit of wading in a creek that I fish every once in a while, but I just went and picked up another spinning reel. And I have two of these. These are the most expensive reels I have. They're $200. A Shimano Corrado 201 HG. Not sure what all that means. It's a 7/4-to-1, and I got 14-pound fluorocarbon. And I've been using a spinnerbait a ton, like a lot recently. And I use them, I mean, in fall's like a great time. So now that we're into fall, the creek that I'm fishing is, the water is really low, and that's because we haven't had rain. It's been a really dry summer. I should be able to go in here and actually wade a lot easier to get to a lot of spots that I want to get to. I'm putting this on a 7-foot medium Fenwick HMG rod, and it's a medium fast. And I've been liking the medium for spinnerbait, but for the spinners I'm using today, I'm using some reels. Like these are Finesse Covert series. The Booyah, these are 3/8 ounce. I got a couple different ones. They're very small, lightweight. I'll probably put a Hog Farmer trailer, add a little bulk to it, and I might bring a topwater bait and a couple other lures. But I'm hoping the spinnerbait's really gonna get it done, and I'm hoping I'm gonna get in here and be able to cover a lot of water, because when I get it right and I get around to these places, these fish in here, these can be some like really healthy, good sized fish. We can make a few casts. We should start finding something. Oh, I like that little spinner. That thing looks good. Small profile, gives off some flash, a little bit of thumping as it goes. The water's a little murky. You ought to be able to see it pretty good. Right there, come on. A lot of water up here. Let's keep going down, run the spin. It gets a little bit narrower, and it's so shallow through here, but I think as we get those narrow spots, that's where we're gonna really be able to target, find some fish. Come on, that should be a fish right there. Oh, had a little fish on it. I don't know what it was. First bite I've got. I ain't seen a fish. I ain't seen nothing. It's been dead. Oh, there's one. A good one. A good one. A really good one. Oh my, get up here. Get up here. Holy cow, look at that. Oh man. That's a good fish. Oh, I had my rod like bent down and everything. I'm surprised he got stuck. Oh man, let's see how long we've been out here. 32 minutes. Get about maybe a 16-inch fish. 15, 16-inch largemouth. Whew. I'm missing so much water because I can't get down to get casts everywhere. I knew we'd find some. At least I thought. These are good quality fish. 1 3/4 pounds, I'd say. Okay, he just came up and hit it. All right, let's get him back in here. There you go, buddy. All right, and that did not hurt the fish. He was fine. Oh man, he was right around this brush pile thing right here, or these logs. So just trying to make casts everywhere I can. I want to get to all these other places, but I just can't get. I don't even know how to get casts over there. Unless every time I have to crawl up and down this bank. Ooh, there's one. That'll cast in wherever you can cast, because they could be spread out anywhere throughout here. Oh no, you don't want to do that though. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to do. Good, don't come on out there. Come on. That's why I don't like a bait caster, but I'm also trying to make myself use it in this creek style fishing, because there's so much stuff to hang on. Like it's hard to get casts, so it makes me practice my casting, makes me get a whole lot better at it, but you also take a risk of a lot more backlashes or a lot more entanglements and stuff. Oh, now I'm in the muddy stuff. Oh, shoes are getting stuck. I just went, oh, get out there. Turned, went 10 feet down, now I'm about to sink in. Never been down here. Figured I'd go past that kayaker and try to explore a little bit more down this creek. On this part of it, I've been further downstream, but never been to this area of it. There's a huge log jam over there. Oh man, that is a giant tree. Holy cow, that's got thumped. I'm pretty sure that was a bite and not a log, because that was just a boom. Got it. Got it. Threw back in there and got him. What did I get? We got a little largemouth. Man, it's been a while. This wasn't that on fire bite that I thought it was gonna be. I went way further than I planned on too, but largemouth number 2, just about a probably 10-inch largemouth. All right, come on fish, be hungry in here. Give me something. Oh. Almost deeper near that. There's one. Alrighty, I got another number 3. The ones that have eaten it, look at them. They're choking it. Also, man, I can't tell you how much good practice this is casting. I'll probably be throwing a spinnerbait a lot coming up in a tournament that I'm fishing in a river, and I don't think I'll have to worry about overhead trees, but this right here is really good. Warm up, get practice, really get comfortable with your rod and reel setup. You know, you gotta get it dialed in after about 2 hours of fishing in this close combat fishing. This is definitely gonna help me out, but the fish are still, they're a little stingy. There's definitely more fish in here that are just, I'm not sure, I can't see them. Like a lot of creeks I fish that are clear, you can kind of see and watch fish and see ones that don't, what they do. In here, I'd have no idea if I cast right by one or not. Yeah, there we go. Wait, whoa, what is this? Hold on. Oh, it's a spotted bass. That is our first spotted bass. He looked a little darker. Yep, yeah, he's a spotted bass. Got a little tooth patch. If you can see the little spot right there on his tongue, and you can feel it. And his fins don't go all the way down. They kind of have a notch where it stays up. Largemouth go down a little further. Alrighty. Well, this is the bridge where I was going to take out, but caught two there, pretty close together. That's weird. There were two small ones, but I gotta go down here, and there's a little deep pocket down here and make a few casts. Come on, there's gotta be one in here. This is usually a, yep, there he is. Holy cow, it's a good fish. No way! Oh my goodness, that was a good fish. Wow. He had me pinned down. How did it? Goodness, that was the kind of fish we're looking for. That was a, I don't even know. That was a strong fish. And I called it, I knew it would be there. I let him bite it and everything. I don't know how that came loose. There he is. These guys, when they hit twice. Another spotted bass. All right, it's gonna be the end of it for today, I guess. Have to come back maybe later on and see how they're doing. Get a little more active. Or maybe come back and finesse fish it instead of throwing a spinnerbait. What's up, everybody? I am back. It's been 2 weeks since I was here. So this video is gonna be part 2, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a lot more successful. All kinds of noises around me. It's real loud here. But the water looks exactly the same. One of the things I was gonna wait till a couple more days to come back, but today is 76 degrees. The high tomorrow, I don't even think it's supposed to get to 60. It's supposed to really drop off. I had to come back and do a little bit more fishing in this creek because it's close enough to my house where it ain't real far to drive. And plus I left off missing that really big bass. So I'm gonna go right to that same spot, kind of hit that spot first. Also, there was like an eclipse or something today. So I don't know what that's about, if that messes with anything. But I got I don't know if I think it's the same rod and reel I had. Oh, we got some cobwebs. How'd I get on there? I've been using this thing. Got spinner baits, we're back with it. We're gonna get right back to fishing. Oh, there's one. Wow, that was like my third cast. Well, I guess I can grab him. Thought he was gonna get back in there. What is that, a little spotted bass? What is the deal with all the spotted bass right here? This is where the area I started catching them 2 weeks ago. Ah, right there. I was hoping it would hit again right there. Oh, I had a hit. There he is. I got something. Hit it twice. Well, they're eating. Good, another spot. I think these are, like I said, these are Kentucky spots. They should be in here anyways. Could be getting Alabama spots in here, but I think they're Kentucky's by the way. They're mostly smaller and there's just a lot of them. Oh yeah, back of that pool, come on. Man, I was really hoping to get right here and catch that big one to get going. Or just something like at least a 2 pound plus. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. As I'm turning back, same place I've been casting through, a little largemouth. Oh my goodness. I'm just making all these like casts all over. I go through here, come back through, get a little largemouth. Maybe they're just so spread out and it's really hard to, like, this murky type of water, I never like fishing this murky type water, and I would never fish here other than this is like a creek in my town, so I can, 15 minutes I can be at it, and it's easier to, find access to it. But I really don't come here very often because it's very hit or miss, and mostly miss. But I've had enough catches out of here where if I'm like, if I could ever really put it together or figure it out, there's a lot of bass in here. Oh, there's a good one. All right, another spot. Oh yeah, you choked that. It's worth coming down here. It's not that big as I thought, but it was a strong. Oh, deer just ran across the creek down in front of me. This creek widens out through this after this little bend. It makes a sharp bend, and we're like in a little bit wider flat area, but looks like it makes another sharp bend up there. Oh, there's one. And another little guy. Man, these little guys are eating. I thought the big ones would. Another Kentucky spot. Man, I'm really expecting some of the bigger ones to eat, but I've been getting some. Everything I got today has just been a small one. I would never stop at this creek driving somewhere. As I'm traveling, I like to look for creeks to stop at, like all over. And I've stopped a lot of places and fished a lot of creeks that I thought looked good. This is one, if I see this, I'm not stopping at it. But yet, these kind of creeks can still have fish, even though I didn't catch any big ones except for the first one. But I probably spent, I think I looked at my time, was around 7 hours between the 2 days of fishing. It was like 3 hours one day and like 4 hours another day, which is a pretty good amount of time at a creek. It was like 6 or 7 hours, but overall I caught quite a bit of fish. If I was out fishing for 7 hours and caught that many fish, that's not a horrible day. And a lot of the fish are going to be smaller just because they're in a creek. But the accessibility on this creek is very tough. I just have places because it's like 15 minutes from me, and I drive over a lot of areas, so I'm familiar with it, familiar with some of the areas. Yet I've never kayaked it because there's like not very many sections you can kayak without huge log jams. I've waded a few sections and I've caught some good fish at random times, and I know I've caught like 3-pound largemouth out of there, and several over 2, and a couple times some pretty good spots. So, and I lost that big one, so I know there's fish in there, and it's just close enough where I need to fish it. Yet at the same time, it doesn't produce enough where I really enjoy going there a lot. But it's a very good challenge to kind of fish some of these creeks that I know that are going to be tougher and hard to fish, and you can't just wade them because it's got more of a muddy, sometimes gravel, sometimes mud bottom, steep muddy banks. But it's still a good challenge. So fall is already upon us. This was a few weeks ago, and the weather's changed a lot. And I won't really fish creeks like that really from now on, unless it's a bigger, wider creek that with bigger deep holes that you can really target. The muddier ones, if I can kayak them, I might fish it. But ones that I'm wading, I'm just gonna kind of skip on those, and I might fish, some of the bigger creeks during the winter. But most time it's rivers, and then bigger rivers and lakes as it gets colder. And I've even had some days recently, which you'll see in some videos coming up, that the bites can be on fire one day, and then in a few days later it can really change to them hitting a different type of bait or being like a little less aggressive as it's chasing bait. But this is a cool little trip that I like to try to hit this creek 3 or 4 times a year just because it's close to me and see what I can pull out of it. and I ended up getting some fish. But the spinnerbait is always a lure I like to use if I'm just blind fishing. And this creek has so many log jams. It's, a spinnerbait's a great lure to just kind of drag across it. But if you have any creeks like this or places that you fish that maybe they're like productive one day, not the next, or you just don't really know where the fish are, but you fish it and you come across fish, I like to hear that. Leave in the comments, or if you think there's a suggestion for a lure that maybe will do better in this creek. That's always murky. It's never like really clear. It's muddy up and down a lot depending on the rain. And has fish, but sometimes you got to put the work in to find them. And speaking of work, it takes a lot of work, a lot of times to catch these fish. Even days that I have good days, you're putting a lot of work and effort into it. But the good thing is, in Ephesians 2:8, it says, "For by grace are you saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of God." Good thing I don't have to work my way to heaven. Thanks for watching.